Good evening everybody and welcome back to F1 here on FTRL, and it is day 2 of action here at the brand new Jeddah circuit, and tonight we let the Div 2 racers out onto the track for the very first time. Who is going to etch their name into the record books as being the first one to win a Div 2 race at the Jeddah circuit? Well, we will find out in 18 minutes worth of qualifying and 25 racing laps worth of time as the cars start heading out on the track. And as ever, it is the Red Bull of Dylan who is out first, so we will get a jerky lap on board with the Red Bull man as he comes round to start his flying run. Of course, Jeddah track, the newest circuit on the F1 calendar, finished about 5 minutes before practice 1 on the Thursday last year. So who am I to question the FIA motives, but I'm pretty sure under Charlie Whiting no such thing would have happened. But there we go. Americans will sell their soul for oil money, it seems. We're then heading out onto track, and we saw plenty of action last night in the Div 1 race around here. The one man that stood head and shoulders above everybody else last night, and that was Tico, who was absolutely in a league of his own last night, pulling away from the field multiple times despite a couple of safety cars. And they made a late gamble with a safety car that came out right towards the end. I thought we were going to get maybe just a 1-lap sprint. It turned into a 2-lap sprint. He pitted for fresh soft tyres, came out in third and managed to make the moves on Dylan and Dutch to take the victory that he had been threatening all night long. He was a class apart last night, and it's very rare you get to say that in a Div 1 field. But there were some excellent races to boot, so we're going to go aboard with Dylan then for a lap of the Jeddah circuit down the start finish rate with the DRS. Hopefully braking zone into this left-hander tight, and then a quick flick right, run the car out to the outside, get the power on and through the fast flowing left there. Barely noticeable in the Formula 1 car. Then this very tricky fast left-hander, don't invalidate there. Dylan's done a good job. Follow the sweeping curves. One could be at him a little bit quickly there. Plenty of curve. Oh, Dylan's invalidated his lap already. That's a shame. We've got behind him, and we've got Katz is behind him, so we'll pick up with Katz into the first of 3 DRS zones on this circuit. He heads down towards the first of the hairpin at the bottom end of the circuit. Hug the inside and then run out to the outside. You want to roller coaster your way up against the wall. Katz leaving plenty in that one then. Now this fast flowing sector, down a couple of gears. Again, don't invalidate there, using as much of the curve as you dare. Put his foot to the floor again. With the more fast sweeping corners. Braking zone coming up shortly. Ooh, that's getting a little bit too close to the wall there. Throw it in at the inside wall, right the curve on the exit. Nice line through there by Katz. And into the second DRS zone then, heading up now towards the final corner. We'll see some overtaking manoeuvres here. We saw a few accidents in here at this point of the track last night as well, so something to watch out for. And then pick your marker, apex late, go right up against that wall. Don't do a Max Verstappen. And now it is just foot to the floor. The third DRS zone comes at you, and across the line he goes, and the first lap on the board goes to Brutus Beer, because Katz must have invalidated somewhere that I didn't see. He's invalidated that lap as well. So Brutus then sets the first lap at 28.4. Pixie drops into second, Jonesy's third, and Amtrak a fourth after the first run. So a couple of new faces tonight, and one familiar one who we'll touch on in a minute. So the first one then, we've got Diego, who is taking over from Daft Chip for the rest of the season. Daft Chip, sad to lose him, but he will be back next season. He is now filling in at the Williams. He's a friend of Zombies, who unfortunately isn't with us tonight. Late dropouts, but it's interesting to see how Diego gets on. We'll stay on board with his lap then as he comes to the line. He goes third fastest at 28.9 for the Williams man. So a solid qualifying effort for him. And meanwhile, at the very top of the standings, we have another new face, which is Limmy, who is a friend of Barcelona's. He's filling in for Zero Tau, who is unfortunately not able to make it tonight. See how he gets on, looking very quick. Also a familiar face who you may recognise from FTRL past. Sat in the garage at the minute, it's Carmen Robb, one of our Div 1 racers, who has unfortunately been absent for a while, but has asked to drop in tonight, and he is filling in for Zombie at Ferrari. So we'll see how he gets on. Of course, now one thing to a little bit of housekeeping is Barcelona sat in the garage. He has a qualifying ban after a indiscretion last time out at Paul Ricard. Going up to do a flying run just to get his setup set up. And he will be starting at the very back of the grid. Now I've just had a request, so bear with me. There we go, back again. So I do apologise for that. It was an alibi. I know it's an alibi, Barcelona. Chill out. I know what you're up to. I'm watching you. You dare go put a lap in the board. Oh, and interestingly, Diego has seemingly crashed out. So having set a lap time, where has he gone off? Didn't see that, but yeah, so Diego, having gone third fastest, has now put himself out of the session. So his 28.9 will have to do. See when he gets on a few times now going on the board. Then Salemi fastest on a 27.8. Brutus second on a 28.4. And then Diego's 28.9 is third. Alex Pixie 29.0. Next it's Iceman, who we're currently on board with. They've set 29.1, just ahead of Catamise. Jonesy on a 29.8. Aaron on a 30.1. Callum on a 31.1 at the minute. So the McLaren boys then circulating in tandem. Barcelona, who was cruelly denied victory last time out. He went for a gamble on those medium tyres. He just couldn't make them last though. So he was caught and passed by Brutus Beer in the dying stages, having dominated large, well I would say dominated. He was actually chasing Maxi Syme for a large portion of the race, but wasn't quite able to hang on as his tyres fell away at the end of the race, and Brutus Beer just swooped in and claimed victory as he extended his championship lead. In the chat we have got Matman, good evening Matman, and Skirms as well. Skirms interestingly has cut his hand tonight and is racing patched up, so interesting to see how the Mercedes man gets on. He is currently, I believe, just giving a slipstream to his teammate. So the McLaren boys working in tandem. Oh, Chubb's there right up against the wall. He comes through, good evening, Zero Out. 100% would have ended up in the wall. Well, I don't think you'll be the only one. You would have been the only one, so I'm interested to see what we get through tonight. We had, was it 6 retirements last night? 5 or 6 retirements last night, so it was a bit of a car kill at a few incidents. But to be fair, the racing on the whole was very clean last night. I was very impressed with the Div 1 boys. So I'm interested to see if the Div 2 boys can keep those standards up. Oh, Mr. Martin trying to start a lap. Is that Michael? Was it Alex? It was Michael, yep. Barcelona appeal to the pitch. Chubb's going for the line, 28.6 for his first run. He goes third fastest. In the chat, I'm very good, mate. Thank you very much. Well, I say I'm very good. I'm a bit snotty and a bit of coffee. So, that isn't ideal. There's a slight rasp to my voice. Could it be the dreaded Rona has finally got hold of me? Well, we'll see. I did a test this morning and it was okay, but we'll see. Feeling worse and worse as the day's gone on, to be honest. So, but on the whole, I'm alright. Who just started a lap? Michael, wasn't it, that just started a lap? So let's look at the Aston Martin man, who finally broke his podium duck last time at Paul Ricard, getting third place. I panicked because I was looking at the wrong gap. I watched the stream back to see why I thought he was about to lose third place, but I was looking at the gap between him and Barcelona rather than him and Nexus Iceman, who was just behind them. So Michael finally getting that podium. Oh, slaps the wall there though. Not ideal. Seems to have kept it going though. No damage per se. Into sector 2, 58.5 in the middle sector. What can he then do in the final sector? He can invalidate his lap, that's what he can do. Okay, so the commentator's striking. In the chat, Mr. Aaron Taylor, good evening. I will never calm down. Frankly, fuck Boris. You'll have to say on that matter. The guy in the chat with hashtag Team Chubbs. Oh, his man is P3 at the minute. And giving a little bit of slip into Skirms as he comes out the final corner. How is the Mercedes man going to go? Goes 10th fastest to 29.9. But is quickly dropped down a position by the man behind him. Aaron Trucker going 10th on a 29.7. Did see a few drivers struggling to get a lap time in last night. Quite a few invalidations, so we'll be interested to see how people go tonight. But at the minute, just over half the field have got a time on the board. We've had a late arrival, and this is the man I said was stepping out of the seat. Daft Chip is here. He's taken over the Mercedes. Unfortunately, Scuba Steve was supposed to be back tonight. Unfortunately, hasn't arrived. So Daft Chip has jumped in, and we have a full grid. We have a full lap with Dylan. Is he on out? He's on an out lap. He's on an out lap. Where is he? He's in sector 1, so we'll come back to him. I wanted to pick up Brutus Beer, who has improved, in fact, so he's just finished his run, 27.9, and gets to within a 10th of the current pole position time. Stays very firmly on the front row, those two currently 7/10 of a second clear of the rest of the field. Casamese goes 4th fastest there, 28.6 from him. Just ahead of Alex, who are manifesting a victory, or podium for Alex tonight, so currently he's at P5. He can do a lot of good work from there. He's usually a very clean driver. Doesn't rack up too many penalties, so that could come in his favour tonight. As requested though, he's coming around out of the final corner. Let's go on board with the man, the myth, the legend that is Dylan. Looking forward, we're going to get to meet the man in the flesh in April when we go to the British Touring Cars at Donny Park. For now, we're just going to have to sit in awe of his magnificence as he does a lap of Jeddah. So nice and tidy through the first couple of corners. Over to the right here, flicking to the left, cautious through there I would say, but doesn't invalidate through the sweeping lefts and rights. Hesitant through there as well. I think he got the car quite settled. Ooh, that's very wide. Gets away with it somehow into the DRS zone. Down to the hairpin, down all the way to 4th gear, tips in nicely. It's out to the edge. Ooh, just stays out the wall. Down to 4th gear then for the right-hander. That curve on the outside coming in quick. Oh, brushes the wall there on the exit. Looks like he's got away with it though. Those steering inputs are worse than mine when I was on pad. That's going some then. Tricky breakers are coming up here. This is very invalidated last time. Gets away with it this time though, nicely. Now just do this quick right-hander, and now it's foot down. DRS pops open. Now just one more corner to go. On the brakes down to 3rd gear. Runs up to the wall on exit. And across the line he goes, and it's a 32.7 for Dylan. That is another 4P13 at the moment. That's hashtag Team Dildog. Hashtag give the legend some screen time. Well, there you go. There is a lap on board with the man, the myth, the legend that is Dildog. That'll probably stick now, won't it? So on the lap, and we've got Mattman on a lap. Ferrari man, who is quietly been going about his business this season. He's had some bad luck again this season, but still finds himself P7 in the championship. So Matt has been consistent when he's been able to. Oh, big moment through there from Matt. Ferrari trying to get away from him. Gran coming in, the track is super fun to drive when the car is dialed in. Yeah, some of the drivers last night looked absolutely incredible, especially coming out of that hairpin there. The drivers were going right up against the wall. It was something very, very impressive to see. That's Michael Vienne goes 3rd fastest, 28.1 for the Aston Martin man. So he put himself right behind his compatriot again. Those two were working supremely in tandem last week as they caught up to Barcelona. Unfortunately, Michael hit the back of Barcelona and gave him some wing damage late on, which jeopardised that podium. Thankfully he was able to hang on for the last lap and a half. Then with just over 3 minutes to go, Limmy still on provisional pole. He's just ahead of Mattman. In fact, I'm just going to see the end of his lap. He is marginally down in sector 2. And is he going to? No, he's going to carry on. So can he improve? He can. He's a 27.7. So he moves a 10th further. Mattman coming to the line now behind him. He goes 14th on a 30.9, so not quite getting dialed in just yet. 4 drivers still to set a lap time. First one of them is Carwin Robb, who's on an outlap. We've got DX Kamori, who had a busy first race last time out. Some bold moves, some good battles in there as well. Hopefully more of the same this week. Chip and Bossman also still to set a lap time. Bossman on his way out now by the look of it. He's had a bit of an upturn in form recently, Bossman. It's good to see him finally delivering on that promise as he got up between the Hazes, so in a Haz sandwich at the minute. Bossman and Katz heading out on the track. Who have we got on a lap? If anybody has just finished a lap. Carwin has just started. Let's see how Carwin's getting on. Tipping into the first couple of corners. Red Bull there, Stelling well out of the way. There is a loving going on in the chat between Aaron and Graham. Always a lovely to see. That is a 30.9 in the first sector for Carwin. How was he going to fare then? Barcelona. Daft Chip has retired from the session. He will not be getting a lap on the board. As now the track getting very, very busy in the last couple of minutes. They were trying to get that final run in. Carwin Robb's finding traffic absolutely everywhere. Oh, he's invalidated his lap as well. So he will. So Kamori Bossman on an outlet. Libby coming across the line. Look at Katamiz, he's invalidated his run. His teammate behind him with it. Skirms is on the lap. Well, he's invalidated though, so if you drive it again, just track limits catching people. Michael Vien has decided he is not going to improve. Oh, and Alex Pixie's hit Carwin Robb and got himself a penalty. Oh, Alex, that's a shame. He's up in P6 as well. And he improves his lap time, he doesn't improve his position. What's happened there? He's clipped Carwin Robb and got himself a 5-place grid penalty. It's far from ideal for him. So his P6 will come at least, well, his best P6 is now going to become P11. Let's go Boy Brutus then. Challenging for pole. He is nearly half a second up in sector 1. Does he know he's never come through sector 1 yet, so I don't know what's going on about. He is up there in sector 1 by 0.039 of a second in the first sector. See that they're just banking around beautifully. Oof. Go on then, Graham, I'll get involved in this. Big lovable man, you out. Was you P5 in the championship as well? Keep that up. Keep that up. Limmy lowers the bar into a 27.6. What can Brutus do? He is up in the middle sector. Oh, he was so close to invalidating there. Took a lot of curb. He's pushing hard. Where's Chubbs? Chubbs is a little bit further back. We'll stay on board with Brutus. As Bossman goes 4th. Bossman up to P4. Great lap from him. He's taken the Lennon approach to qualifying. A 1-lap wonder. Pops himself on the second row. Can Brutus challenge for pole? He can. Oh, he just misses out. 27.626 comes up just short. Next is Katz, goes 4th fastest. Timo's Bossman by 1,000th of a second. My voice has gone absolutely to shit. Apologise. Chubbs down to a 28.0. So he jumps to 3rd. So Bossman goes from 4th to 6th in the battle of a couple of seconds. And that then looks like that then. So Libby is who's taken pole, I believe. Skirms, I don't think he's going to challenge. No, he's well down, so I think he's on his way into the pits. Jonesy already in the pits. Going invalidated, so that then will be the end. Oh, that's not Skirms, is it? There we go, there he is. Coasting to the line. Mercedes man though, P14. So a solid effort from him, and that then is the end of qualifying. Libby then lowering the bar, but Brutus keeping him very, very honest. I'm going to get myself a drink because my voice has gone out. I don't know if my voice is even going to last the race. better run down the grid before we go through. I'll go in. So Libby then takes pole on his FTRL debut by 21 thousandths of a second from Brutus Beer. Captain Chubbs pops himself onto the second row alongside Michael Vien. Katz and Bossman share the third row with Katamise and Alex Pixie behind them, although Alex does have that 5 grid place penalty as there is a collision. Next is Iceman is 9th and Diego running out the top 10 on his debut. And then the free tyre choice goes to Aaron Trucker and Jonesy. They share the 6th row with Callum and Skirms behind them on row 7. DX Kamori is 15th alongside Mattman. Dylan starts P17, and then the 3 drivers who didn't set a lap time: Barcelona, Carwin, who's going to start last after getting a 5th place penalty for that collision with Alex, and Daft Chip, who brings up the rear. So, qualifying done. Need to get myself a drink because my voice is just absolute trash. Let's get some podium predictions then in the chat. Who do we think is going to win this one? Unsafe, I'm looking at you. I want something creative as always from you. Now Libby, of course, being his debut, he's got nothing really to lose, so he can go for broke here. Brutus has got a championship to think about, so I don't think he'll push too hard. And Chubbs, well, it's probably a question of when Chubbs is going to hit a bit of wall, but I have faith. I have faith that he could deliver something strong regardless. But I'm going to go for a Libby win. I'm going to go for a Brutus second, and I'm going to manifest that podium for Alex. Come on, Alex Pixie, this is your time to shine. Skirms is going for P1, P2 and P3 all for himself. It's a one-man podium show. We shall see. Get the tyre detail up, see what everybody's running as we start the race then and go down the grid for the inaugural Div 2 race here at Jeddah. And it is Limmy KAFC who starts on pole position on his FTRL debut. Stunning that from him. Starting on the front row alongside the current championship leader Brutus Beer. A couple of cars further back have had a collision. So that's not going to help them. They're going to have very cold tyres at the start of this one. Brutus Beer, then current championship leader, sits P2 on the grid. Chubbs starting P3. Great qualifying effort from him, sharing the second row with Michael Vien, who has been a superstar since he joined us. Can he bank himself another podium today? Next is Katz. Great qualifying from him. Starts P5 alongside Bossman. Another great job from him. Really coming into some strong form now. Great to see for the Alfa Romeo man. Both their cars in the top 6. Katamise, the always exciting, always dangerous. Katamise starts P7 alongside his friend. Next is Iceman. Expect some fireworks from those two in this one. Diego starting P9. Great effort from him on his FTRL debut. No, it's not. There we go. And then Aaron, who qualified P11, but gets promoted after Alex's penalty. Gets a free tyre choice. He starts P10 on the soft tyre. And Jones is starting 11th. He's starting on the medium tyre. Callum now P12. On the medium tyre as well. Alex Pixie demoted to P13. He also has to start on the tyres he qualified on. Will hinder his early strategy perhaps. Skirm starts P14 on the soft tyre. Then we've got the 3 drivers who've come together on that qualifying lap. The out lap. Dix Kamori 15th on the soft tyre. Mattman starting 16th on the hards, the only runner on the hard tyre. And Dylan, who started on the soft tyre, starts P17. We've got Barcelona in the second McLaren. He's on the medium tyres, starting P18. Daft Chip is on the soft tyre in the second Mercedes. He's 19th, and Carwin at the back in the Ferrari on the soft tyre. So look out for those coming from the back quickly at the start. Now Libby's got a big gap to the back of the pack there. He's possibly going to be sat on the grid for a while here. So is that going to hinder his race start? Not as much as those 3 drivers he's coming up to. Excuse me, I'm going to take a swig of my drink here and try and get my voice back. How's that? About the same. Pagani in the chat, they're saying Jonesy's got used to making a Mustang wide. He can probably make a Williams wide. Well, no doubt indeed. He's been a bit of a revelation in GT2 this season. Can he bring that kind of form into this race? We shall see. Terrible camera angle for some reason. Yeah, let's look at the back of the grid. That makes perfect sense. Graham's going for Brutus Michael Limmy. We've got 5 red lights, and the Div 2 race here at Jeddah is go. Good start for Brutus. He's got the jump into the lead. Chubbs trying to go down the inside of Limmy as well. They're side by side through one. Everybody getting through. A little bit of contact there for Katz. 2 or 3 wide coming out of the first couple of corners. But everybody seems to have got around. Oh, something going in the background. I think the Ferraris have come together. Oh, and somebody's gone around. Oh, it's Callum. Callum's gone around. Oh, there goes a bit more wing off of Ferrari. I think it's Matman. No, it's not. It's Carwin. Carwin's got no front wing. Oh, and Dylan slaps into the side of him as he comes through. So Ferrari's all gone wrong for Ferrari off the first couple of corners. But up front, it was the perfect start for Brutus. He leads. Chubbs is second. Lemmy down 2 already, so not the best start. Katz is up 1. Michael Vienna's down 1. Katowice up 1. Bossman down 1. Diego up 1. Aaron Trucker up 1. Knights Iceman is down 2. Oh, spinning. Oh, collision. That's Katowice. Oh, he clipped Bossman. Bossman has got no front wing. And now look at the trainer stuck behind him. Do they know he's got damage? Oh man, this is dangerous. This is very dangerous. This is the thing about this circuit. It's so tight and so narrow. Driver's running wide. He's hit the wall. Oh, he's in the middle of the track. Driver's trying to go left or right. Oh, that's Barcelona getting caught behind him. Oh, such a shame for Bossman. Katowice just seemed to lose it in front of him and he had nowhere to go. Barcelona into the back of Jonesy, who's going up the inside of Bossman. Bossman's going to need to get over to the left-hand side of the track. Barcelona needs to go to the other side. Into the pits comes the... Is that Skirms? Yeah, Skirms is in as well. Oh, and he's sped in the pit lane. How can you sped in the pit lane? I only just saw him get into the line. That's very confusing. Carwin into the pits now. Matman in as well. They're going to have to stack a Ferrari. Oh, and now Carwin sped in the pit lane as well. But Brutus getting the dream start. He's got into the lead. Clear track in front of him now. Chubb's trying to go with him. Livy in 3rd. Michael Vienna's 4th. Katz is 5th. They've made a breakaway then. I think all the... Diego's up to 6th then after all that chaos that happened in front of him. So he's up 3, so he's been the big winner. Early on then into the top 6. Iceman's back up to P7. Alex Pixie's up to 8th place. He's up 5 places, so he's up those 5 places he lost. There's all that grid penalty. DX Kamori up to P9. Great start for them. And Aaron Trucker rounding out the top 10. Barcelona's up 7 as well. He's into 11th. And Josie Daft Chips up 6. Bossman, having got a fresh wing, is on his way again. Yeah, I'm very confused by that, Skirms, if I'm honest. I saw you come up to the line. So I'm not sure what's happened there. Yellow flag further back. What's going on there? Who was that? Not quite sure. Coming around to complete lap 2, starting lap 3, and that will mean DRS becomes active. Brutus Spear with the fastest lap of the race at 31.7. And now the DRS is active. So now it becomes a battle. Now he's just over that 1 second gap that he needs to keep Chubbs out of his DRS. Iceman has passed Diego further back. So the Haz is now running 5th and 6th. Really strong race for those two so far. Daft Chips in the pits as he had some damage as well. He tyres onto that car. Away he goes. Diego then picks up the first track limits penalty of the afternoon. Behind the chat, his podium prediction was Brutus driving like a machine this season. Katowice, his boy Chubbs. After 2 wing changes to P3s, Katowice don't call it a comeback. Barcelona and Daft Chip to have an incident. Well, we shall see. Brutus now driving away. His gap is now up to 1.4 seconds. Chubbs has got Lemmy right behind him, and into the DRS zone they go. Will Lemmy make the move into the final corner? We saw this last night though. Usually the driver will make the move into the final corner. The car overtaker will then get the DRS down the start finish straight and retake the position. However, Lemmy has decided to bide his time. He's going to wait for the second DRS straight. Back into the slipstream. Chubbs defends the inside. Brutus Spear fastest lap of the race, 31.6. And here comes Lemmy for P2. And that is a very easy overtake into turn 1. And back into P2 he goes. Oh, Skirms has gone. And the safety car is called for the first time. So on lap 4 we have our first safety car. And unfortunately, let's go see what's happened to Skirms. Coming up to him there. Oh, he's in the wall hard. Yep, Skirms, unfortunately there will be no mass wing change for you this week, my friend. It's a very unfortunate demise early on. And the safety car is called for the first time. there will be, of course, welcome news for Bossman, Daft Chip, Carwin, Catamise, Callum, Dylan and Matman, who are going to all catch the train. We had early dramas, and so the question now is, what does Brutus do at this stage of the race? Now, we saw last night a number of drivers did go for tyres after an early safety car. I think it happened around about the same time, actually. So, fair play. The first 4 laps were fairly clean. A couple of incidents in there, but nothing too major. Unfortunately, then, Skirb has found the wall and has, fortunately, ended his race prematurely. Now, what does Brutus do, the race leader? Does he choose to pit under the safety car? He does. In he comes. And looks like everybody's going to find Chubbs decides to stay out, interestingly. Is he expecting more safety cars? That's interesting. That was a free pit stop. Barcelona well back. So, Nexus Cats is in. Diego got back ahead of Nexus Iceman. He pits. Barcelona goes through. Because Barcelona on the medium tyres, but Chubbs on the soft tyre. It's an interesting call. Oh, just jolted down the straight. Oh, that's not what you want, unfortunately. It's very difficult to avoid the walls when they come at you out of nowhere. So, sorry for your demise, my friend. Better luck next week. The cars are starting to form up behind the safety car then. Chubbs now the race leader. His teammate right behind him. So it's a McLaren 1-2. Chubbs decided to stay on strategy though. He's expecting more safety cars. Oh, Katz has got a penalty under the safety car. That is a silly error. You should not be getting warnings under the safety car. You do not need to push. So the order is jumbling. So let's give a quick rundown then of the order on lap 5 under the safety car conditions. And it's Chubbs leading from Barcelona. Neither of those have pitted. DX Kamori is 3rd, with Jonesy now up to 4th. Top 4 have not yet pitted. 2 of them on the soft tyre, 2 of them on the mediums. Then we find the previous race leader, Brutus Beer. He's the first one to have pitted. He's now P5. Michael VN is 6th, Katz is 7th, and Livy is down to P8. So had Livy picked up some wing damage somewhere, I wonder? Because he was dropped behind Katz and Michael VN. That's very odd. Nexus Iceman is now 9th, Alex Pixie P10. Aaron Trucker is P11, Diego is P12. Bossman back up to P13. Shame for him at that start with that collision. Daft Chip now finds himself in 14th. Carwin Rob is 15th. Callum is 16th. Matman is 17th. Catamise is 18th. And Dylan bringing up the rear 19th, but he has just pitted. And we are waiting then for the field to reform before we get racing again. I will take this break in the racing action to just fill you in on what's coming up the rest of the week on FTRL. As we mentioned last night, this is the final action of F1 for the week, which means that we kick off the GT Sport action tomorrow with GT2. This week coming to you from Autopolis is your Autopolis short, and we are now into the second half of the season, and it is Mr. Taylor, Aaron Taylor, who leads the standings from Switchback. Those two appear to be the class of the field. How will they fare this week at Autopolis short? Circuit that Aaron tends to go well at, but him and Switchback have had some run-ins in there in the past, so we'll have to be preying on his mind. So join Unsafe and Sean. They will take you through the action tomorrow from 8 o'clock, and then on Friday we are back with GT1, also from Autopolis short. It's Pagani looking to defend his lead over the ever aggressive, ever prominent Mr. T. Smith, giving chase. Round 5 of the season this week. That's a Thursday and a Friday. So the field now just waiting for Dylan to catch the back of the pack, and then we will have everybody together again. Field currently circulating behind the beautiful Aston Martin Vantage safety car. Pagani commenting the Daft Chip gets dropped by Williams and magically springs back into Mercedes. George Russell in disguise. Well, I heard that Foggy had a word with Claire and had him removed because they wanted to bring in a Belgian driver. And it just so happened that the American was too busy playing a hand egg. But he's pulled into. There we go. expecting an update on the contract situation from the Williams F1 esports team anytime now. Right, safety car in this lap. The field has regrouped, and we are about to resume racing action. We will be on lap 7. It's exactly the same as last night. Now, this was a bit of a flashpoint yesterday, this restart on this lap, so fingers crossed we will not have the same drama we did last night. Now, I do love this beautiful angle. It would be much better if I didn't have the graphic. Now, Chubbs has gone early by the look of it, and so last night Tico and Dutch really waited until the last minute to go, but Chubbs has decided not to hang around, and he's off and running. No, he's backed it up again, has he? Now he's gone. And away we go. Resuming racing. Oh, what's going on in the pack? Oh, that's one of the hazards going for a big send. Oh, he backs out of it, and it was Nexus Cats almost taking out Michael and Brutus. Oh, boys. But Cats has got the move done on Michael. Wow, Cats are really on his toes on the restart then. Gets the move done on Michael despite being on the hard tyre. So Nexus Cats there really caught the field napping. Almost sent it into turn 1, got it stopped, and then managed to make a move on Michael. Michael actually come back at him though. Of course, there was no DRS for 2 laps after a safety car. As further up then, that is Jonesy being passed by Brutus for P3. Barcelona being passed by DX Kamori. Can they get through? They do. Up into P2 then, so the soft tyres still got plenty of life in. Chubbs as well. Chubbs has pulled away to the tune of 1.9 seconds. I don't know if Barcelona had a moment somewhere. Maybe he just struggled to get his tyres switched on. But Barcelona going backwards. DX Kamori goes through, and now Brutus closing in. Jonesy's now got Michael VN on the back end, and having got the move done on Cats, and now here comes Limmy on Nexus Cats, trying to find a way back through. Trying to go side by side, switches to the inside now. Got a good run. Let's head down towards the final corner, and he gets the move done on the brakes. Good move from Limmy. Through he goes. Michael VN getting the move done on Josie as well. Oh, but there's a big twitch out the final corner, and Josie goes back through. And I think Michael hit the wall. He's dived into the pit, so yeah, he must have clipped the wall there. Here it goes. Oh, it's 3 wide for P2. Brutus down the inside of both of them, backs out of it sensibly, and they all stay as they were. Brutus trying to go around the outside of Barcelona, but Barcelona just covers him off. But all this is letting Chubbs get away. He's 2.6 seconds is now the lead. As these two battling hard, as Bossman picks up a penalty for track limits. They've got a big train going on now. Limmy closing on the back of Jonesy, and then a bit of a gap back to Nexus Cats on those hard tyres. He now can go to the end. He's got his teammate directly behind him. Then we've got the battling Diego and Alex. Diego sweeping around the outside of Alex. Good move there from Diego. Into P9 he goes. He's trying to get a run on those 2 hazards in front of him. Behind them, Aaron Trucker closing in. Then you've got Katabiz, who's now on the soft tyre. Just past Daft Chip. Diego now looking at Iceman. No way through. Good battle this one so far. Diego looking racy. Him and Iceman are on similar tyre. They're on the same tyre, the same age. The guy ahead of them on the hard tyre. He'll be a sitting duck at some point. Is Iceman going to go through here? Has there arranging a swap, and through goes Iceman. However, he had to take the narrow line. That's going to compromise his run. Cats into the slipstream. Diego, the little Chubbs in. So race leader pits. Further back, Katabi's on Aaron. Through he goes. Those soft tyres working beautifully at the moment. DX Kamori picks up a penalty. Barcelona leads the race. Brutus is right on the back of him. And now Limmy and Josie have caught up as well, who've got 5 for the lead. I'm alright, mate. Don't worry about it. Just groggy. I'm fine. I sound worse when I feel, I guarantee you. Brutus then making the move on DX Kamori now around the outside with the DRS, and into P2 he goes. Barcelona still has the pit. He started on the medium tyres, but I think they are expecting at least more safety cars, so not necessarily ruined his strategy just yet. So Barcelona leads from Brutus. Limmy now gets the move on DX Kamori as well. Limmy now starting to pick his way through again. Starting to close in on Brutus. Chubbs onto the hard tyre now, all the way down in P16. Yellow flag further back. Who is that? Oh, it's Alex Pixie. Oh no, Alex Pixie's gone. There goes my podium position. VSC deployed. What has happened there to the Aston Martin man? Or has he come together with Katamis? He has. Katamis has got no front wing. Let's see if we can see where the Aston Martin is. There he was on the left hand side. That suggests they've been coming together, because that was almost a straight bit of track. That's a shame for Alex. I predicted a victory from earlier, or a podium from earlier, so that's not going to happen this week, is it? Sorry, Alex. Doesn't curse the commentator on you there. There is the full safety car deployed, in fact. So we've got from a VSC to a full SC. So the second safety car deployed. Into the pits have come Daft Chip, Matman, Katamis, Carwin Robb, Michael Vienne, Captain Chubbs. Chubbs getting off those hard tyres. Getting onto the medium tyre, let's say. He'll probably be able to get to the end now on them. I think he'll be much happier on those tyres than on the hards. Indeed, Graham, a very odd decision from Chubbs, if I'm honest. But let's see how it pans out. Maybe he knows something about this race that we don't. We saw last night, anything can happen. The fact that Link's got P2, considering he was backwards after one of the safety car restarts. So anything can happen in the next 15 and a half laps. And we are on our second safety car of the evening. Alex is retired, and Katamis, I believe, may have been involved in that one. Just pitted. He's now on the soft tyre again, on some of the fresh wing. Again, though, I don't think the tyres are going to get into the end, so I don't know if Michael Vienne's picked up a penalty under the safety car. Michael, don't be doing that. There's absolutely no need. So the running order then on lap 10. As we're behind the second safety car is Barcelona, leading the race from Brutus Beer. Barcelona has not yet stopped, however, so he will still have to pit at some point. Livy is third. Josie sat in P4. He's going really strongly in this one. Next is Iceman P5. His teammate next is Katz directly behind him in P6, and they are in a Williams sandwich because Diego is sitting in P7. Aaron Chucker in the Red Bull is 8th. Bossman back up to P9, and Callum in the top 10 in the AlphaTauri. Great job from him so far. Dix Kamari pitted under that safety car. Under the safety car, he is now P11. Sorry, they are P11. P12 for Daft Chip. And we've got Carwin Robb in 13th. He's been in the war so far. He'll be hoping for a clean run from here on out. Chubbs having just pitted. He is now P14. He's pitted again. Now he's on the medium tyre. Matman is P15. Michael Vienne is 16th. Katamis 17th. And Dylan rounding off the grid in 18th. The guy in the chat there saying maybe Chubbs just surprised himself he's still running and is making it up as he goes. That sounds quite plausible, yes. I think Chubbs did predict he'd be the first cause of a safety car tonight. Well, he doesn't have that honour. In fact, he doesn't even cause the first two. Maybe there is hope for him yet. This cranberry juice better save my life. Better. A little bit better? Yeah, maybe. So the field is back together. So I imagine we should get the call to go racing a little bit further around this lap. We are now on a lap 11 of 25. Racing has been fairly clear so far. A couple of visitors at the start, but obviously the one retirement seemed to have been on his own. The other one, there may have been some contact. There has been some contact. In that one, so we should hopefully get the notification in a second. The safety car is pulling off. There it is, safety car in this lap, so Barcelona will take over, dictating the pace. Let's Bird Mylander disappear up the road. Now Chubbs had an interesting restart technique. What will Barcelona's be? I thought Chubbs had gone early last night, but seemed to just string the field out a little bit and then go at the sort of traditional place a bit further along. Because it's a long start-finish straight here, so you will be giving a slipstream, so you probably don't want to pull the trigger too early. But Barcelona goes, oh, Camis has hit Michael Vienna under the safety car. Got himself a 5-second penalty. And there is the proof. Look, Barcelona under attack from Barcelona. Barcelona from Brutus. He's not under attack from himself. Dear me. But holds him off into turn 1. So a good restart in the end there. Just about held off Brutus Beer. Jones going really well at P4 at the minute, but yet to stop, of course. Further back, Catherine's going past Matman. So Aaron Trucker getting the move done on Diego, or is he? Diego coming back at it. Side by side. Diego off the track. Comes back on again as he got damage. He seems to be a bit everywhere at the minute. Ooh, dear me. Yeah, he's got some damage, but look at me, he's missing the end plate. Yeah, contact for Diego somewhere, unfortunately. And the car's streaming past him. That's a shame for Diego. But he can get back to the pits, get a fresh wing on. Sure, there'll be another safety car before this race is out. He can get back into this fight. Barcelona still the race leader. Brutus is second, Limmy is third. Yellow flag further back. Who is that? Oh, Matman's got no front wing again. That's why he lost places. Coming in on the back of Daft Chip. Look at this train of cars here. You've got Cara Rob, Chubbs, DS Kamori. Callum in there as well. There's Bossman, he's back up to P8. And at the front of this train is Aaron Trucker. That's DS Kamori holding off Carwin. Just don't go. Look at this, 5 cars. Here comes Captain Chubbs on Carwin. Carwin goes to the inside. DS Kamori looking at Callum. Oh, contact. Oh, and around goes the Alpine. Oh, Carwin, he has nowhere to go. Chubbs gets hold up as well, and through goes Michael Vienne. He gains about 3 places from that. Oh, Chubbs in the wall. And the safety car is out again. Oh dear, what happened there? Chubbs who got held up as after DS Kamori spun. And it looked like Carwin went nowhere to go. And I don't know if Chubbs got some damage in there as well. On the exit of the next corner, he's in the wall and the wheel is off, and the McLaren man is out of this one. Oh dear me. Now, what does Barcelona do here? It's probably too early to go to the soft tyre. He probably doesn't want to be on the hard tyre either. So you imagine he's probably going to have to stay out again. Or does he bite the bullet and go? Again, they're just riding that curb. It just seems needlessly dangerous to be getting yourself a warning. But that's just me. Coming around then. So Chubbs' car was already clear. 2 drivers have pitted. They were Diego and that man. Oh, the boss man. Jonesy pits. So Jonesy's taken the safety car to pit. Callum is in as well. Also is in Carwin. We saw him get some damage. Did Daft Chip get damage in that as well, I wonder? He did indeed. Fresh wing for the Mercedes. Catarese is in. Callum is in as well. Has he damaged his wing? He has. What's happened to Bossman? So Bossman's being lapped out. That can't be right. I'm very confused about what's going on here. Got the new frame. Well, afterwards, yeah, I'm down for some rainbow next. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm surprised too. I mean, Josie's taken the advantage. What did Josie go on to tyre-wise? He's onto the soft, and look at that. Josie's only come out in P8. And we saw last night the drivers on the soft tyres were absolutely flying through the pack here. So the soft tyres around here really do hook the cars up. Oh, Dylan, don't you be getting penalties under the safety car. That's not on. Not okay. No, Dylan, no. That is so not right. But Jonesy potentially could be in a very strong position here. He's going to be racy. Now, Barcelona has probably missed a trick here because he probably should have pitted. We saw how quick Dylan and Ox were at this stage of the race yesterday on those soft tyres. Obviously, Ox got the opportunity to pit. Dylan braved it. Oh no, daft chips it. It's Kamori. Has he got wing damage on that? No. So just coming together. The Bossman, where is he? So I'm sure Bossman is not 70. Where is Bossman in the train? There's Bossman. So Bossman's in between Carwin and Callum, but for some reason it's showing him 70. He's not a lap down, is he? Is he a lap down? Something's going wrong with it. It's sort of glitched Bossman back to 17th. I'm sure he's not there. I'm sure he's not there. Anyway, we'll see. We'll sort that one out later. Safety car then cruising around. The field is back together though, so we should go racing at the end of this lap. And Barcelona having missed his opportunity to pit. Jonesy, Callum and Carwin, 8th, 9th and 10th, all on fresh soft tyres. They're going to be in a very good position here. And Michael Aaron, the Cats, is probably going to be the vulnerable one on those hard tyres. How quickly they're going to switch on. We saw him being very good at the last restart. Next is Iceman up at P4 again. He finished 4th last week. Can he push on? Let's see, Barcelona's still got to pit, so next is Iceman is on for a net podium here at the minute. If he can hang on. But can he hold off those soft tyre runners coming through from 8th, 9th and 10th? Should get a notification at the end of this sector. Safety car should peel off this time. The 3 retirements so far, then Skirvers hit the wall. Alex Pixie, I believe, had a coming together with Katamis. Chubbs. There was an altercation into turn 1 between Dietz Kamori, who's half spun. Carwin hit the side of them. Chubbs got held up by that and then crashed a couple of corners later, so not quite sure what happened to Chubbs. I'm sure he's come up with some new and inventive way to crash out. We shall see. Right, now I'd expect the notification to appear any time now. There's Bossman in the pits. There's Bossman desynced on my screen. No, I haven't got the notification. The safety car's coming in. There we go. Ooh, that's a very late call. Michael Mazzi doing his work again. It's a late call for the safety car to come in. Yeah, Bossman's definitely not in the pits, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Have to keep an eye on where he finishes. Barcelona then will take over. As the pace setter again, the car's fanning out, trying to get a bit of clear track. And away he goes. Those front two have had a good restart once again. Brutus so really on his toes, trying to get a move done. Goes to the inside, goes to the outside this time. Trying to go the long way around into turn 1. They'll give the inside for 2. He's going to get squeezed by Barcelona. Can he hold on to the lead for now? Yellow flag further back. Oh, Carwin's had a drama again at turn 1. Barcelona holds the lead then through turns 1 and 2, and away we go again. Oh no. No, 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 don't do it. Don't do it to me. Don't you dare do it to me. Oh no, not this bloody glitch again. Oh, for God's sake, we've got this bloody yellow flag glitch again, look. Oh, this game. Oh, what a crash. Right, I think we need to do something about this. We've got the yellow flag glitch again. Right. Can't get off. God's sake. Right. Bear with me, please, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're going to have to do 25% of the race. lobby glitch has caught us up, so drivers should start filtering out. Oh, this damn game sometimes, man. Do apologise, everybody. This game has decided to glitch us again, so do bear with me. Set up a new lobby because this bloody game. Cat, fuck off. Do apologise, the cat is attacking me. I should probably restart my game, shouldn't I? So, do apologise, I think I'm going to end the stream there. We'll come out with a fresh stream shortly, so do return with this shortly. I do apologise for the dramas. We'll be back with a